Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This session of the Lincoln County Commission on October 4, 2012, at 6 p.m. is now called to order. Members present is Merle Gu, Clerk, Charles McCann, President, Charles Vance, Commissioner, Michael Browning, Commissioner, bless your heart, and Jackie Stevens, Prosecuting Attorney.
Well, the secret's out.
Sorry about that. First thing on the agenda, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular session of the Lincoln County Commission meeting that was held on September the 20th, 2012 at 10 a.m.
So moved.
Second.
The motion second. All yes, motion carries.
The next thing on the agenda is discussion of concern. We have scheduled a hearing on Ron Gregory.
We don't believe that he's going to show this evening. I did speak with him earlier in the day. And of course, we do have our prosecuting attorney here, Mr. Stevens, to assist us in this matter. He and I have had some discussion throughout the week and before also about what could we do or what should we do or how do we do it. And basically, it's our conclusion, I think, that a hearing would not necessarily have to be done. It seems that a public service district board member is appointed by the county commission, but the code, and I'll let Jackie speak to that, says it doesn't really have the authority to remove that person because, those things of nature. So Ron indicated today that he didn't, his lawyer would not be here and he wasn't sure he was going to be here. But without that, I guess I'm going to ask our prosecutor, what direction do you think we should go in now? We do have Mike here, but that's the only way I see from the list of people who made complaints.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm obviously aware of the statute at your request. I looked at it and so forth. And again, we talked, and I certainly wasn't against having a proceeding tonight where people could air out and make their views known tonight. Looking at the code, obviously, that having a hearing down here is not a prerequisite step to having removed. I think what would be a necessary prerequisite step, and I'm giving only advice as a lawyer, I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. And I don't know a lot of, especially since Mr. Gregory's not here tonight, and what I know is just kind of things I've picked up through some magistrate court filings and so forth. I knew there had been some issues brought up in relation to him, but as far as factually, I don't know all that much about him. But as far as if somebody wanted to remove him, it appeared to me, looking at the statute, there was two groups of people that could do it. I think number one, the county commission could move to request the prosecuting attorney's office to look into filing a petition, and obviously, I think as I talked to you, Mr. McCann, that if that was the case and anybody had information that they believed was relevant, they should probably give us a sworn affidavit. I could look over those things, and then I could look at it in the code, and perhaps even look at the case law that relates to the code section in particular, and make sure that I felt that if it was filed to have him removed, we had a good case. Because I know, looking at the statute does also talk about the facts if there's a trial held and you fail, that potentially costs could be levied against the moving party, that being either the commissioner, or there's also a certain percentage I don't recall exactly what it was, a certain percentage of the customers of the PSD could also move to have him removed. Of course, they would act independently and file their own petition. I'm sure they'd have to have the prerequisite signatures and all that. And again, that's something for the people that live in that public service district to think about. That's really not for the commission or for me. But again, as I said, I think probably a good step tonight, apparently, and again, I don't think there is any prerequisite of some kind of evidentiary hearing down here, is for the commission to accept any sworn affidavits anybody wants to submit. Take a look at that, and obviously give a certain amount of time for that information to come in. I could review those, review the statute, and then I could look at all the information, and number one, make sure that I believe that there was grounds to have him removed. If there is or not, obviously, I don't know. As I said here today, I haven't seen these sworn affidavits, and again, I always hate to act off hearsay or rumors. Now, again, there have been some, obviously, I know there's been some charges filed against him in relation to some tickets, and I know, I've noticed he's requested a hearing on those, so those are still to be adjudicated, so I don't want to make any prejudgments. My suggestion would be that anybody that would like to submit things to the county commission, do it by sworn affidavit. We give some kind of time period for that to be done, and then I could meet with the commissioner or the commissioners in private. We could review those, and obviously I'd look at it and make sure that I thought we had a solid basis to do it. Obviously, you don't want to get in a situation where we lose any attorney fees, and because just not, I look at the statutes, and certain kinds of the misconduct pretty much has to deal with things that relate to his position, not just, it's kind of like impeaching anybody, it's got to be that kind of thing. And I'm afraid also looking at the statute, which puts us in a little, again, something I prefer not to. Apparently, I didn't know this, but I guess I've learned that the main office for the PSD is in Kanawha County. Statute appears to be pretty clear that any suit to remove Mr. Gregory or anybody that was on the PSD would have to be filed in Kanawha County. And again, I don't know how quick, the Kanawha County people are going to look at a case from down here, but I mean, the statute is clear that that's what has to be done. So I think that's the processes that need to be put into motion. And obviously, at some point, if the commission believes that there is sufficient information and wants a petition filed to remove him, my office certainly will assist in that. Again, I serve to do what the will of the commission is, and if that's the case, obviously, as I've always done, I'll try to give you the best advice on what path I think we should go. But ultimately, it's your all's decision. Y'all have always been good to listen to me and vice versa. So, again, I think if we do those things, we can bring this to some kind of a resolution.
And that seems to be the only choice we have right now, I believe, would be, we do have some statements, but they're not really affidavits, but I think it would be my position, hearing that and with no shows here, that we, at least I go back and reevaluate the situation. If we decide to continue in this direction, then I will see if we can get sworn affidavits, and then I'll meet with you and talk about it. And then if it's something that needs to be moved forward on, then I'll be, of course, bringing the commission up to date where we're at and what's going on before the next meeting. So at this time, I don't think there's anything else that we can discuss, act on, unless there's something that the commission wants to, other commissioners may want to clear it up or something.
No, I'm fine with that. That's the way we should do it.
Okay, appreciate that. You have always been very, very helpful. I know you're fixing to jump ship, but
I'm not telling everybody always says I'm jumping ship or I'm retiring. Unfortunately, I'm just moving down the street. So unfortunately, I might not be in the same position, but I'll still be around all the time.
you'll still see you, probably. But we have always appreciated you.
I've enjoyed doing it. So.
Thank you again. You can stay right with us. That's what I tell everybody to come. If you want to leave, you can, but you can stay right here with us.